Hello, welcome to the Barren Variety Podcast. I am Aaron.
I'm Ben.
All right, welcome back. Obviously, it's spooky in the air.
Ben, insert spooky music right here.
Oh, friggity frack.
Okay, cut, stop.
We can do the where we talk backwards, and it's like something that says like or something like that. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's the one.
So yeah, this week we're going to be talking about our fond memories of trick-or-treating and Halloween costumes. Well, it's probably going to be a little interesting.
Yeah, okay, so as a little boy, I actually didn't go trick-or-treating that much.
Yeah?
Actually at all. At
Really?
least in the traditional sense.
Okay.
So, for me, we never went around we never dressed up for Halloween. We never went through our neighborhood and everything. We were the family that turned all our lights off and left the house.
Oh, you were them?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
that
I
was
didn't like
us.
you people.
Well, that wasn't my choice. I was a little boy.
That's true.
What we would do, though, is we would go to, like, the zoo, because they had, like, Boo at the Zoo.
Boo at the zoo,
And they gave away candy.
I never did that.
It was fun. Got candy from that, so, that was good. And honestly, my parents would just buy big bags of candy.
Oh,
So, like,
just to eat?
Yeah. So that we still kind of got the benefits.
The essence of Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, didn't have to work for it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I went trick-or-treating pretty much every year. I was a lot of different things. Did you ever dress up for Halloween then?
I did.
Okay.
Because it was... Here's the thing. So, like, you go to Target or something.
Right.
And you got all that Halloween stuff. You got all the costumes. And you're like...
The little Halloween section.
I love this stuff.
In the top right corner of every Target.
Yeah, exactly.
In America.
And it's just so fun to look at that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I remember always being scared of half of it, as
Yeah.
a kid. But
Oh,
then the
man.
other half was like costumes. And so you go in there and you're looking at, there's a Spider-Man.
I'm gonna be a Spider-Man.
There's a I don't know, dinosaur.
Oh my gosh,
There's
it's
a
a
Star
T-Rex.
Wars one.
Uh-huh.
Batman, what?
Yeah.
And
They all kind of suck though.
they're all so bad. Like
Mm-hmm.
and especially over the years they've gotten worse too.
Oh yeah.
'Cause-
Or that just might be because we're older. But
That could be.
yeah.
But I remember there would be like helmets or like masks that would cover your entire head.
Yeah.
But now they're just with a strap and it just
Yeah.
covers your face.
Well, funny thing about that is like, obviously like dressing up for Halloween is really fun, and a lot of the time I went as like superheroes, of
Yeah.
course.
Of course.
One year I was Spider-Man, and it was in like second grade. And so I had like the suit and it had like the fake muscles on it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I looked like a really buff like midget just like walking around. But I had like a full mask and it went around like my whole head and had two
That's
little
awesome.
eye holes. And like, I remember it was the Halloween party at school, when they used to have those. And I like tried to put on my mask and like my dad, my teacher, my like next door's neighbor dog, like everyone stopped me because they were like, no, that's dangerous. Like, you're going to trip and fall. And I was like, no, I'm not.
Why do I have this
I'm
then?
okay, yeah. Like, I'm not Spider-Man. I'm just a dude in a suit. I got to put on the mask to be Spider-Man. No one cares who I am until I put on the mask.
That's always like a weird thing.
Yeah.
There's that line between like safety and fun.
Uh-huh. That's what Halloween is. It's that gray area of safety and fun.
Well, yeah, it's everyone going out in disguises to get candy from strangers.
Yeah, except like your parents are always like concerned and they're like, wear a coat, but then I'm like, but then you can't see my costume. And it's like, okay, well then don't go to that house because they're sketchy. And it's like, but I want the candy.
The candy. I'm 6. I know better than you.
Yeah. Oh man.
But my dressing up experience has always been... So I went to Tree of Life from
Right.
kindergarten to second grade.
Right.
And around that time, we would do... I don't even remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's like... Not a book fair. I don't know. Each class would like...
Scholastic Halloween fair.
No. I mean, the class would pick a book or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you would dress up as characters from that book or something.
Interesting.
So I remember for kindergarten, my teacher's favorite thing was like Snow White. So she dressed up as Snow White, and like some of the girls dressed up as like Snow White or like other things.
Other princesses.
And so the boys would dress up as like knights or...
Uh-huh.
It was kind of cool. I will
Okay.
admit. And being a kindergartner, you're like, yes.
Anything's fun, yeah.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
And we would do stuff like that. In first grade, my teacher loved Curious George.
Mm-hmm.
So I dressed up as like an astronaut because George goes to space.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm the monkey in space.
Space chimps.
That's a movie I haven't seen
It's
either.
it's a bad movie. I think Kronk's in that movie. I'm not
Is he
sure.
really?
I don't know. Probably.
Our boy Patrick Warburton?
Yeah, probably.
Love him.
He just does everything.
Yeah. So for me, dressing up was always. It was never for Halloween per se. It was always for something similar, like an offshoot of
Okay.
it. Or if I was like, Mom, I want that one.
Yeah.
And I managed to convince her to actually get it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, it was always a struggle of, like, what to be for Halloween. And, like, I dressed up until I was in about, like, 6th grade. Because then I was too cool for school.
Oh, yeah.
And decided, oh, well, that's for babies. I'm not a baby. I'm a big boy. Then I look back at pictures of myself, and I'm like, what do you mean? Trying to think of, like, all the different costumes that I did wear over the years.
Yeah, same.
I was Buzz Lightyear one year. I was a Power Ranger, like, 7 years. I was Darth Vader one year. That was a time. I wore that costume and went with, like, one of my friends who was Captain Rex.
Yeah.
And, like, we were walking around. We were running to, like, a different house. And I fell in a ditch because of the mask I was wearing were, like, sunglasses in a weird way. Like, they
Yeah.
were blacked out, like, lenses over the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And so I fell in a ditch and kind of ruined my costume.
I know that feeling.
Oh, yeah. I was a killer one year. It was literally just, like, me in jeans, a hoodie, a mask, and a knife.
Nice.
Yeah. That was, like, the last year I went trick-or-treating until, like, recent.
Oh, I just remembered. Awana at church would also do, like, a costume
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Of course, that was, like, you know, biblical. So you would dress up as, like, a character from the
Bible
Bible.
characters.
Jesus, every year. Every year I was Jesus. You know why? Because his costume was white. You just wear white, and then you get a blue strap. Something just goes over your, like a
Sure. I
sash.
always thought it was, like, a red strap.
It was either blue or red.
I always see
Whatever you
red,
could get.
yeah.
I've seen both.
That's true.
But I was Jesus every year.
I mean, yeah,
because
that's pretty simple.
it was easy. That's all it
Yeah,
was. Get
yeah.
a strap.
I went as Danny one year for, like, a Halloween party. I just literally, like, took a name tag and wrote Danny on it and put it on me because we looked the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it wasn't much. Trick-or-treating, I don't really remember a lot of. Yeah, it's not much.
Well, I'd always forget it's coming up until, like, the day of or
That's-
the week
yeah, that's
before.
true.
And you're like, oh, frick.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I'm not prepared for this at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I will say that my favorite thing to dress up as, which wasn't even Halloween related,
Oh my gosh,
was a heckin' Jedi.
that's true.
You know it. You know,
I know
the
the one.
It was... There was... Youth group would also have parties. But you
Uh-huh.
could dress up as whatever you wanted in
Yeah,
youth group.
yeah.
Which was super nice, and I loved that.
Well, yeah, because it's just like it's fun.
I remember one year... Well, for the longest time, I would always forget.
Yeah.
You know? Again, for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember one year I actually snuck our band uniform out. Because you're like,
Oh.
oh, I'm going to dry clean it. And then I just
Uh-huh.
wore it to the youth group.
Really?
It was nice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've not heard that story. Oh,
Um,
that was a weird
That
time.
was sophomore year of high school.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
it was a good time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've had a couple, like, Halloween parties too, where we've, like, dressed up. I did the Court of Owls
That was a good
one year. Basically just dress fancy and then wear, like, a mask that kind of looks like an owl. It's a Batman villain. One of, like, probably my favorite Batman villain, honestly. Yeah, and then I might have to go this year. My girlfriend, her niece and
Oh,
nephew.
yeah. That'll
We
be
might
fun.
go to Boo at the Zoo.
Yes.
I've never been to Boo at the Zoo, though.
It's fun. The train becomes like a haunted train.
Ooh.
And they have like, in years I've been, because
Yeah.
I haven't been in a while,
Yeah.
but they've had like a hay maze. And
A haze? They're hazing you?
they're hazing children.
Oh, no.
And they have,
Halloween.
it's just everything's spooky themed. And
Yeah.
like, they just have fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know, mostly just like candy stands.
Mhm.
It's like, here's a stand you walk up to if you're in a costume and you can get candy.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
I
a lot of
mean,
fun
yeah.
stuff. It's
But,
it's a
like-
good time.
Uh-huh. But, like, real talk, though. How many, well, no, I can't even ask this question. You've never been, like, trick-or-treating.
No.
I was going to say, like, how many times did you trade candy for other candy?
Well, I mean,
That's a big thing, man.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Do you
that.
remember, like, all the people in, like, school, like, the day after trick-or-treat that would just bring in bags and bags of
Yeah.
candy, and they'd be like, all right, 25 cents. And you're
Dude.
just like, that's my lunch money,
It's
dude.
the stock market,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
There was a
okay?
whole black market for candy and, like, every day
It's
after
true.
Halloween.
It's and
Mhm.
at lunch, people would just dump their bags on the table
Uh-huh.
and be like, "Okay, let's discuss. Let's negotiate."
Yeah, no, you're entirely right. Like, they'd just be like, all right, I got 3 Kit Kats. And it's just like, okay, I got 2 Whoppers. And you're like, do you think a Whopper is the same as a Kit Kat?
No,
No, get out of here.
Whoppers are gross.
one of these times we should make a tier list of all the Halloween candy.
Let's do it.
That'd be a great time. Let's make it and then put it as the image for this podcast. So clearly you can see that Kit Kat is at the top and Whopper is in the trash.
It's not even on the list.
No, it's not.
What's your favorite candy?
My favorite Halloween candy? Like
Just
trick or
candy
treat?
in general, but like, yeah, I guess.
To get for like trick or treat?
Yeah.
In the past, it was always Skittles, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of moving out of Skittles. If they are Skittles, then it'd be sour Skittles.
Oh, yeah. Those are the best ones.
Mm-hmm. Or like the wild berry Skittles are pretty good.
I don't like those.
Yeah.
Just because I expect regular Skittles, and it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
these
true.
aren't them.
Right now, favorite candy, Reese's Pieces.
I remember loving those for like Easter.
Oh,
You
yeah.
like the little carrot shape?
Love Reese's Pieces. Yeah.
So good.
Also, there's this weird thing where they put like Reese's Pieces in a Hershey's like chocolate bar.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
They're doing that now.
You get little pockets of like peanut butter, and it's great.
I think my favorite candy, it used to be Butterfingers,
Yeah, that's right.
but
I
they
remember that.
changed the frickin' recipe recently.
Oh well, that sucks.
And I'm so upset. It's
Even
just
though
not
they
as...
sucked already.
What?
Cool. I don't like Butterfingers.
You don't?
I don't. I hate
Dude,
Butterfingers.
I love them.
Oh, they remind me of like wood. Like I think of plywood every time I like eat one.
Here's the thing. It's the same with
My
pistachios.
cap's on my bottle. I'm an idiot.
We're gonna be really hydrated after this podcast.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, no, it's Butterfingers are the same as pistachios in that there are bad ones.
Oh.
Like sometimes you will get a disgusting one, and it's not your fault. It's just
Reminds me of wood chips.
It
That's
just
all I gotta
happens,
say.
man.
Never liked Butterfingers.
But no, because sometimes you'll get ones that are like, I don't know, they must be old or something, or I don't know, but they are hard as rock, and you just can't eat those.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't like them. And then sometimes,
Chocolate never spoils.
no, but the peanutty nugget goodness in the middle
That's
does.
true. What do you mean goodness? They're
I love it.
disgusting.
Hey, shake
I'm
your-
starting a war on Butterfingers.
Well, I mean, I'm on your side because they changed the recipe.
Oh,
now, it's
okay.
good.
Well, then no wars has been made.
But originally, I loved them all the
Yeah.
time, and occasionally you get one that's like chewy. So you need a crunch. It has to crunch and break apart.
Yeah.
and crumble in your mouth.
It's like a crunchy, like creamy candy.
Yeah, but if it's hard as a rock or chewy, it's not good.
So then, what's your favorite candy then?
I don't know. I don't have one. Actually,
have
that's
one?
a lie. My favorite thing to eat, like if I had to choose between like just chocolate bars or anything, I think my favorite thing is like chocolate bars with like almonds in them.
Okay.
I love those.
Okay. Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
Nerds are pretty good. Love me some nerds.
Ooh, those are always the best to get, like trick or treat
just,
wise.
just open that box and dump the whole thing in your mouth.
Oh, 100%.
This is all you do. You get 2 boxes, dump both, and you just suck on them.
Yeah. Then you like crush them into a powder.
And you
Oh,
snort
dude.
'em.
Speaking of that, every day after Halloween, literally, it was just like any kid that like had Smarties would
Smarties
literally
used to be my
crush
favorite.
them up and snort them, and I was like, "What the heck? You can't do that. That's
Stop.
illegal." Like, bad boys do that. You can't do that.
You can't do. Stop.
That also reminds me, one time during like Halloween, one of our teachers dressed up and she clothespined a bunch of Smarties on like a pair of pants.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "What are you? Like, what is that?" And they were like, "Halloween candy." And she was like, "Smartie pants, idiot." And we were like, "Oh,
Wow.
oh, that's good."
That's so funny.
I went as a
Funny.
pirate a couple of years too. Yeah, funny. I can't get behind a lot of different candies nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't find myself going for them as much. I like different things. I like
Yeah.
almonds and pistachios.
You do love your nuts.
I do.
You're nuts for nuts.
Nuts are pretty good.
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
Oh, dude, you like on every like hangout day, you're just like, let's get snacks, and then Ben's just over here like, you want to get nuts? Psh, let's get nuts.
Got that pistachios. Got that almonds. Heck yeah.
Pistachios are good. You turned me on to pistachios.
Yeah, because you didn't like them at
I
first.
didn't.
I was
I
like,
did not.
Aaron, pistachios, and you're like, I'm gonna try one. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Me, yeah.
I feel like you got a gross one.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I tried another one. And I was like, damn, that's pretty good. And then like you left a bag here, and I was like, I'm gonna eat that.
I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Man. What else? I'm trying to think of other things I dressed up as. I dressed up as not a stormtrooper, clone trooper once. 501st.
Yeah.
Through the blue and everything.
Mhm.
It was great, except the helmet was like just a mask thing.
Yeah.
And I hate those.
Yeah.
I wanted to cover my whole head.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
just all I want.
Well, then like you got to order the Black Series like helmet.
I've thought about that. I've seen them. I don't know how I feel about them because they're that weird border between like really high quality and a toy.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
they're good, but they're not that good.
Yeah. I want
know?
a couple. Put them on the shelf.
I've thought about getting like the Luke Skywalker like X-wing helmet.
Yeah, I was
or
looking at
or
the Poe Dameron
Poe
one.
Dameron one. I've thought about it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think it's worth $50 to me.
Okay.
I'll go on like Etsy or something.
Yeah.
And get one.
But like, how much fun is it to walk around like Halloween stores though?
Oh, it's so much fun,
Yeah.
dude.
That's what honestly,
Listen.
I remember more trying to pick out a costume looking around Halloween stores than I actually remember like trick or treating.
See, because I never went, like we really didn't have that experience except in Target.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older and like I hang out with friends and we
Yeah.
go to Spirit Halloween.
Oh, dude,
I love
Spirit
those
Halloween.
stores.
Mm-hmm.
They're so fun.
They are fun. I was
Especially-
in one like 2 days ago.
Yeah, we were like about a week ago or so. They have some really funny
Oh,
costumes.
yeah, they do. But it's like it's weird too because like Halloween is so like not kid appropriate a lot of the
No.
time, but like at the same time it's like kind of meant for that.
It's for kids.
yeah.
Although,
it's just,
yeah, I mean, I guess the lore behind Halloween is like, I don't know, they were dressing up because this was like the night of evil or something. It
Uh-huh.
was some kind of pagan thing, and they dressed
Yeah.
up so that the spirits of the dead wouldn't
kill them.
interact with them.
Well, that's why like there's
Something.
jack-o'-lanterns and stuff.
Yeah, it's like to ward them
Pumpkin
off or
carvings,
something.
yeah.
But I guess it just turned into like a hokey thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, here's
Capitalism got a hold of it. or
It's
something.
true.
Yeah. And they were like, why don't we just sell costumes? And it was just like, let's just make it for kids.
It's a
And
good
it's just
idea.
like, why don't we just make it fun?
Why
And
don't
we're
you
like,
just dress
yeah.
up as a Spider-Man and
That's true.
get candy bars?
Mhm. But like, okay, do we want to talk about like the nurtured things, or do we want to talk about the weird like muscle suit costumes? Because I need to point those out real quick.
Well, yeah, do that. Do that. If that's a little real quick
Okay,
thing.
so muscle suit costumes. The frick, man. Like, you had the normal costumes that was literally just like a small piece of fabric and it had like the print on it, and like you put it on and it was like a like morph suit, and you were like, I'm this person, but you were like clearly wearing like sweatpants and like a shirt underneath, so it
Yeah.
was really weird. But then you had the muscle suit ones that were even worse because like they restricted your movement. You couldn't zip them up in the back, and it made you look like a buff 3-year-old like walking around. It was a bad time, like all around.
You know what's worse than those?
What?
There was a short period of time where I got a Superman costume once,
Oh,
but instead of a muscle suit,
uh-huh.
you put it on, and there was like a thing you strapped to your belt.
Oh, the
with a
inflatable
fan,
ones.
and it
Yeah.
would like inflate.
Uh-huh.
I don't like
Those were a worse idea.
It's like it's cool, it gets the effect, but it's just not that good.
Mm-mm.
You know? Oh man, but
Yeah.
muscle suits, man,
Bad times.
don't need them.
Don't need them.
Just get real muscles,
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah. Lift. Pump iron. But yeah, I guess like the last thing we have to talk about is our nerd herd parties.
Nerd herd
that we would
party.
have.
So here's the deal, yo. Our friends from school,
Mhm.
specifically middle school, because that's when we
Mhm.
all were together, and in high school we all split up. We were the boys.
Oh yeah.
We hung out.
I mean, we were still friends in high school.
We're still friends, yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, as far as the nerd herd goes, we met in middle school.
Yeah, that was the height,
And, yeah,
the golden age, if
Golden.
you will.
golden days.
We're in the bronze age now.
But yeah, so we all hang out, and someone was like, I forget who it was, but she was just calling us like sheep. She's like, "Come here, my sheep."
Alexis.
Alexis?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, you guys are like a herd of nerds."
Nerd herd.
That's
And
That's
then
pretty much
the universe was born and time existed.
like, of all the, you know how like you think you hear in a movie like, you know, they come up with a name like that and it's really stupid. Like, what are we, some kind of Suicide Squad? Like,
Yeah.
but that's literally how it happened.
Yeah. No. 100%.
So, yeah, and it just stuck.
Mhm.
We're the nerd herd, and
We'd have Halloween parties every year.
we have like every holiday parties.
That's true.
Well, not every holiday. Mostly Christmas and Halloween.
Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and like summer.
I mean, like Easter, like we've had them, but they've never really taken off. I feel
That's
like
true.
we've never had everybody at one of those.
That's
no,
true.
that's not true. The one at Danny's house.
No, Jacob wasn't there.
Oh yeah, man,
Yeah.
I miss Jacob.
Easter parties, at least one person is like gone.
Yeah.
And yes, I also miss Jacob.
I miss Jacob a lot. Jacob, if
yeah.
you're listening to this,
I love you.
I hope you are.
Yeah.
Love you, Jacob. Shout out to you.
hmm
But yeah, so Nerd Herd Halloween party.
I actually
Go.
like remember we all got together and like there was like the people that like kind of tried. Like Ren absolutely loves Halloween.
Oh, of course.
That he has a pumpkin tattoo on his arm.
I did not know that.
It's the only really.
I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't.
It's
don't remember.
it's kind of invincible, but yeah, it's like on his inner arm. He got it because he just loves Halloween. That's it.
Nice. And he likes. Well, Ren is our movie guy.
Yeah.
He loves movies in general. He wants to be a director,
Yeah.
and he loves Halloween movies too.
Oh yeah.
So, he's the guy.
He is the guy. He loves monster movies specifically, like
yeah.
Godzilla mainly.
Godzilla.
But yeah,
Heck yeah.
he kind of like organized a Halloween party like every year, and we just go and then trick or treat and do fun stuff.
And
it was
nobody
mainly so just like
cared.
trick or treat and then like hang out, but like some of us would have costumes and some of us wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
So like there was one year like I went as like a Court of Owls member, you went as a Jedi.
Of course, because
Ren went. Yeah.
once I get that costume, it's like, well, frick, I'm gonna wear this.
I mean,
all
yeah, it's
the
like the
time.
best costume, and like we have lightsabers too, so why not?
Yeah.
And then like Ren went as the comedian from Watchmen,
Yeah.
and then Jacob came over and he was like a plague doctor.
It was really good.
It was a good he couldn't see anything and he was
No,
just
it
scaring
fogged
children
up.
the whole time, and it was funny. And then like Danny and John didn't try.
Danny
like-
was like, trench coat,
Danny
hat, detective.
took he took a thing from like his dad and he just had that and that was his costume, and he was like, I'm a detective, and he just had like a trench coat and
Yeah. What a guy.
like one of those like hats, just English hats. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then
Our buddy John,
the legend himself.
did he even come with anything at all?
No.
or-
He did not. He was just gonna go as himself and just
Yeah,
ask for candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ren was like, no. So
You
he
gotta
gave
wear a
him,
costume.
He gave him like, I don't know, like a coat.
He gave him like
It made him look like Santa.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a
No, he
Santa
gave him a
kinda
Santa
coat.
hat and then a coat, and he was just like, "Merry Christmas," and then they gave him candy and thought it was the best costume.
Yeah.
And it was really upsetting actually.
I remember too, his neighborhood is really chill.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, we're like all high schoolers, but we still were allowed to participate.
Yeah.
You know?
It was a good time.
No one ever was like, you're too old, go away.
Yeah.
Which was nice. And I
Mhm.
appreciated that, especially it being my first real trick-or-treating experience.
That was crazy.
It was a good time. And then afterwards, we all lorded over our candy and
That's
traded
true.
stuff.
See, that's the point. It's like you dump it out all on the floor, you organize it, then you start trading, and then you devour. And then it sits there until Christmas. And then you're like, well, this is garbage. And you throw it away. And then you get Christmas candy. And you do the same thing until it's Easter. And then once it's Easter, then you get more candy. And you've already thrown away your Christmas candy. So you're like, cool. But then the Easter candy gets bad. And you're like, well, frick, now I got to wait for Halloween.
And then you're
And the
just
cycle
doomed
never ends.
forever.
Not even now.
Nope.
You're trapped in it forever.
Not a time.
Mm-hmm.
Man. We had some good times. with
We did have some
Halloween,
good times.
Despite me not having,
Any times.
Any time. A few
Yeah.
times.
A few times. There's really no like funny Halloween stories that I have.
I can't think of any.
Mm-hmm.
I can just like the origin of my Jedi costume was actually so
That was a really weird
yeah
thing that worked out.
so here's what happened. So youth group Halloween parties that night, and I'm like, wait, I need to dress up for this. I never dress up for these. Frick. So I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, well I have lightsabers. I want to go as a Jedi. I want to go as Star Wars. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I literally cannot. Can you guys like help me? Like I'm talking to my family. Like guys, I seriously need help. We gotta go to youth group, and I don't have a thing. So we're looking around, and I look in this closet, and there's this like kind of fabric coat looking thing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. If I can like get it to go at an angle and like clothespin it,
Yeah.
this would actually look really legit. And I got like some boots that like one of my siblings had.
Mhm.
It was a really good costume. Wore like some khaki pants
Yeah.
or something, and it was really nice. It turns out that little fabric coat thing that I had was like the interior lining of like a trench coat that had ripped out, but it looked really good.
That's so
So-
weird.
Yeah,
Like how that just happened.
No,
Like
it was-
by happenstance you just made a costume like
And-
perfectly.
yeah, and it was just that, and that was great. I was satisfied with it. I won the costume contest that year.
Really?
I won it with
Wow.
that.
Okay.
And then the next year, because I had that bit of the costume, I was like, hey guys, I would like the actual like robe with like the hood and everything. They got me that for my birthday, and I wore that same costume again the next year because why the frick not? I
Yeah.
didn't win that time, but I was like, that's fine. I won last year with less,
That's true.
and now I just have a dope costume.
Yeah.
Jedi costume.
Yeah. Then you just got like the robes and everything.
You just
That's
wear.
great.
I wear a brown long sleeve shirt underneath.
Mhm.
I put the cloth fabric thing on top, and then I wear the robe. The
Yeah.
robes are really nice too.
They are.
It's really big
It's
and
a good
cozy.
time. Yeah.
I wore them to school on like Star Wars Day,
Yeah.
and also like costume day because we had one of those.
Right.
And like it's just like having a blanket on you at all times.
It is.
It's kind of annoying
want
because
one.
there's a lot of it and it's like in your way, and you
But
gotta,
like, you feel great.
It feels
makes,
nice.
It really just makes you feel like a Jedi.
It does. Dude, it was so funny. I went to the bathroom once at school, like the first time I did it, and there were all these dudes in there, like, "Whoa, he's a Jedi, whoa!" But they said the N word. But it was so funny. I was like, "Yeah, it's me. Hello. I'm gonna wash my hands and leave now."
We went to a very like ethnically diverse school.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we were like in the minority.
yeah,
Definitely.
It was good. It was
a good
very
time,
good
yeah.
time. Very good exposure.
Lots of nice people, but yeah,
Tons of nice
that's funny. I can picture the people like saying that too. Like I know exactly who would do that.
Yeah, it was great. It was a good time.
Dang.
It was so funny. I don't know. It was weird because like you get a lot of weird looks, but then on the other hand, people are like, "That's really cool."
Yeah.
Like respect.
It's like there was another time that like it was May the 4th and it was our concert day, so we both brought our
Yeah.
lightsabers
Yeah.
and like did a sly little like "Ooh, Star Wars," and like it was great too because like this is totally like off topic, but I'm talking about it.
Sure, go ahead. I mean,
and it was great because like I was like up on stage and I was on the end. So I was like the first chair, and so everyone could see my lightsaber, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Heck yeah!" Because I have like a huge one with like the claw.
yeah, you got the big one. You need two hands
Yeah.
for this one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a big ol' boy. And so like I had it, but like I sat down and it hit the chair and it fell off like my belt and crashed on the floor and made a super loud noise. And I just calmly like picked it back up, put it in the thing, and like started playing.
Dude.
And like our band director like looked at me and like he thought they were the coolest things ever. Like
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
did, and they were like, "That's awesome." And like they're just kind of glorified flashlights, but
Yeah.
it's great.
If it weren't for Star Wars, they would just be flashlights.
Exactly.
Like,
And then
Star Wars is what makes us buy colored flashlights.
hey man, I'm looking at a couple. Not gonna lie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one coming soon
Really?
because I bought one a while ago, and then yeah, I'll explain that later. But
I think I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So hey, I mean, new lightsaber.
new lightsaber.
Why not?
I'm always down.
Yeah. But yeah. Seems to be about all that we have to talk about.
Yeah, pretty
We're
much.
Almost out of time here. So.
I remember I did wear my Jedi costume to band camp once because we had a costume day then too.
Oh, that's right.
And that was pretty dope.
That must have sucked.
Yeah, I ended up taking like most of it off
Uh-huh.
because it was hot.
I remember that.
But I remember being told like if the person who was judging, she was like, "Oh man, if I'd known you had the lightsaber and everything, you would have won."
What the heck?
And I was like, "Well,
Clearly,
yeah,
someone wasn't doing their
I
job.
was like, that's fine. You know,
Mm.
I did end up taking most of it off because it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Mad props to Obi-Wan on Tatooine during all
Yeah,
those years.
for real, for real. Oh, the OG.
Yeah. Well, see, we're keeping a promise, and it's going to be this long, 30 minutes, and
Yeah.
not 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, 30 minutes is a perfect amount of time to not like degrade
Yeah.
a topic.
No, because I think with this one, I think it's kind of there's not as much to talk about.
Nah.
At least between the two of us.
It divides on like memory, and like I don't have a lot of trick or treat memories or
Uh.
costume memories. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thanks for heckin' listening. Make sure to share this. Send us suggestions.
Like, comment, subscribe.
you know.
Put
yeah.
it. Insert future Ben. Insert that clip of J. Jonah Jameson saying, "Don't forget to like and subscribe."
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I still need to watch that video.
I'm gonna show you that right after this. Okay, we gotta go. I gotta do a very important thing. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Bye.
Bye. See you next week.